Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to study together Module 6A. Open page 63, all of you. We are studying a new grammar today. It's called the comparative and superlative. Okay, what is the difference between comparative and superlative? We will find out now. Okay, let's first start. What is the meaning of the word adjective? The adjective is a word that describes a noun. The adjective is a word that describes a noun. When I say Ahmed is tall, so tall here describes Ahmed. Okay? I have short adjectives and I have long adjectives. What is the meaning of short adjectives? Short adjectives are adjectives that have one or two syllables. Okay? And long adjectives are adjectives that have more than two syllables. Let's go to the comparative first. What is the meaning of the word comparative? Comparative, it means I'm comparing between two people or things. Okay, so I'm using the comparative adjective. You know that I have short adjectives and long adjectives. Let's go to the short first. What shall I do with the short adjective? I'm gonna put er, then than. It will be cleaner than, bigger than, noisier than, nicer than, and so on. What about long adjectives? I will put more. I will put more. So it will be more plus the adjective plus than. So more exciting than, more beautiful than, more interesting than, and so on. So let's go to the superlative. The superlative, I'm comparing one to a group. I'm comparing one to a group. Okay, first we have the short adjectives. Okay, I'm gonna put the plus the adjective plus est. The plus the adjective plus est. The cleanest, the biggest, the noisiest, the nicest, and so on. What about long adjectives? I'm gonna put the most plus the adjective, the most exciting, the most beautiful. Okay, but I have irregular adjectives. What are the irregular adjectives? For example, I have good. Okay, good, it will be better than, and in the superlative, it will be the best. Okay, what about bad? It will be worse than and the worst. Much and many, it will be more, and in the superlative, it will be the most. Okay, I have also far, it will be farther than or further than. And the superlative, it will be the farthest, or the furthest. Okay, let's go to exercise number 5. Exercise number 5. Complete the sentences with the adjectives in the comparative. You have to put it in the comparative. I have a comparison between London and York. I'm comparing two things. Okay, I have big, many, busy, quiet, expensive, and convenient. Okay, let's go to sentence number 1. I have London is space than York with a population of about 7,200,000 people. Okay, so London is excellent, bigger than. Number 2, I have York is a space than London. There aren't many cars in the streets. So York is quieter than. With a variety of buses, trains, and tube lines, transport in London is a space than in York. Excellent, more convenient. Okay, and I have convenient is more than one syllable, so I have to put more. Number 4, there is heavy traffic in London, so the streets are space than in York. So the streets are busier than. It costs more to live in London because it's a space than York. It costs more to live in London because it's more expensive than York. Number 6, London has got more shops than York. More shops than York. Let's go to exercise number 7. Make comparisons as in the example. Rome is very expensive. Yes, but London is much more expensive than Rome. Paris is the most expensive of all three. Okay, we will do number 2. I'm talking about New York, Tokyo, Mexico City, and I have crowded. So what shall I say? Okay. New York is very crowded. Here I'm not comparing anything, okay? I'm only telling that New York is very crowded. I'm describing, crowded here is used to describe New York. Okay, yes, but Tokyo is much more crowded than New York. Mexico City is the most crowded of all three. Okay, so here let's go to number 4. London, Rome, Athens, old. So when I say London is old, yes, but Rome is much older than London. Athens is the oldest city of all three, and so on. Let's go to exercise number 8. Complete the sentences. Use a word from the list and the superlative form of the adjectives. Listen and check. Listen, all of you.
Welcome to the show. This is the speed round of the game. I will ask Mark to answer as many of these questions as possible. Mark, are you ready?
Yes, Bill, I'm ready.
Okay. Name the longest river in the world.
The Nile.
Yes. What is the deepest ocean in the world?
The Pacific.
Name the coldest place on Earth.
I don't know.
Yakutia. What is the biggest desert?
The Sahara.
You're right. Name the oldest language in the world.
Greek.
Oh, it's Sanskrit. What is the wettest place in the world?
Mosinram.
Well done. Last question. What country has the largest population in the world?
China.
That is right, Mark. Well done. You answered 8 out of the 10 questions correctly. That means you will move on to the next round of our quiz.
Okay, so I have Nile, okay, Mysonia, Sahara, Pacific, China, Sanskrit, Yakutia. Okay, number 1, the space is the space river in the world. The Nile is the longest river in the world. Okay, number 2, the space is the space ocean in the world. Okay, the Pacific Ocean is the deepest ocean in the world. Okay, number 3, I have Yakutia is the coldest place in the world. Okay, number 4, I have the Sahara is the biggest desert in the world. So I'm comparing one place or one desert to the other deserts in the world. Okay, I'm comparing one to a group. Number 5, the Sanskrit is the oldest language in the world. Number 6, I have Mycenram is the wettest place in the world. And number 7, I have China has the largest populations in the world. And population, it means the number of people who live in it. Thank you for listening. See you another time. Goodbye.